thank you for your mail. Firstly, we are sorry for your losses. And as for the release, we would recommend you, even though a particular artist has passed away, we would like to request you to keep the information, release information, the same, so as to avoid getting flagged by the stores. Yes, Carlton. I'm able to claim some of his music. His mother has the majority of others. His mother has the majority of others. Okay? Now, what's this? Excuse me. We thought we did finalize this with the correct metadata. Metadata, I will try, I will see to have some time to make sure it's confirmed. But again, I believe that is correct. That we have verified and completed that this was submitted correctly. Congratulations, Staxamilli. Got your ODSP, and you're gonna be getting your $10,000 a month, or sorry, year gifts. And even beyond that, maybe in 10 years, you won't even need your disability, because congratulations, Thomas, you made it. You went from being homeless to having an apartment. You get your disability, you get your gifts, and now you get your royalties. Yes, here in Canada, I have changed it. I am the mark of this new beginning. It used to be where the people would scare people in Canada that they could never obtain things like to work hard. You know, everybody heard you could get royalties, but they had a good job at scaring folks. They had a really good job at scaring folks, but I hope that folks can see me and see how well I'm doing, that you do not have to be scared of anyone. Not the United States, not your favorite actor. Your favorite actor that you're listening to is trying to get you to fail. They have you listening to them. You can see here, I'm getting royalties. I'm doing fine. We're doing more than fine. Even when the London Bridge eventually does fall down, hopefully the actual bridge doesn't fall down, but that's what they're calling it when Queen Elizabeth does end up moving on to the heavens and everything like that. They're calling it the Operation London Bridge. And with that bridge, brings on to my kingdom. Yes, I am the real king of Canada. Now that doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm the most wealthiest man in Canada yet either. It just means, much like the Prime Minister, I carry a role here in Canada as a king, one that will not stand down. There's a lot of yelling. It's not a yell. It's more of an enraged talking to that I have to do here in Canada that Prime Minister Justin is not able to do. I am the King of Canada, and that is the Prime Minister. But one thing this King of Canada has always believed in, and it's not my choice, that's just Canada. We have more than one. We have more than one King of Canada. Every man that's been allowed to live in Canada, that lives in Canada, breathes in Canada, works in Canada, and lives, as a Canadian, they're considered a king here in Canada. When it comes to the most official king, well, that would be me so far, and it would be also the one that just passed away. He was supposed to be the king, but unfortunately he passed, so then it's me now. But then you have this prince and this duchess who could very well be the king of the United Kingdom. We were a monarch and then we claimed independence, but I still keep close to my monarch. It's one of our beliefs, even up to the parliament. But now Canada has their own king, and the United Kingdom, I pray. I thought it would have been Harry, but it may be Charles or what? No, Charles passed away. Sorry, it might be this one. We need several kings. Okay, we're going against like, and we're not going against anybody. Sorry, we are defending ourselves against the biggest Shreks that I've ever even the ones that we grew up hearing of, like Rick Ross and some of his other minions. These are those ones that we heard. It's not a Beauty and the Beast. It's more of a just like you had heard, right? But I love our other ones. So does the Queen. Rick Ross has even been allowed to stand in front of Buckingham Palace. Real quick, I'm going to show Katy Perry because I love her. Rick Ross at Buckingham Palace. He's never been allowed in. He's been allowed to stand in front of it and take a selfie. No, Rick Ross doesn't have a photographer with him. That's just Rick Ross putting his phone on a timer and standing there and allowing the photo to go through. But many of our children here in Canada and maybe even in the United States, the United Kingdom, and other places around the world, they thought there was a very expensive photographer and all that and all that. And that's why some of our ones and all that. But no, Rick Ross he's one that we need to very watch closely. He's on that other side of another kingdom. He's part of another kingdom, all right, that is against. Well, if you allow Rick Ross to take power in Canada and the United Kingdom, our children will die. Children like I was just showing here. Let's see the Meghan Markle, and that was the biggest one recently, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry marriage. Now let's see the children that reside there. And it's been mostly the children that have stuck up and said, you know what? Mom, Dad, Grandma, Uncle, I think this Thomas Staxamilli or whatever, I think he's right. If we can't stop them systematically, how could Harry stop them? And then how could the children? What about the children? Do we want our children to grow up? They won't be able to grow up with that going on. So I think that's how it will be.